Hi friends, welcome to the lecture of Advanced Discrete Mathematics. In previous lecture, we have started a new point in the our first chapter, graph theory, which is a matrix representation of graph. And that point we have already seen of first subpoint, which is a adjacency matrix of a graph. Now let us see what should be the second point, that is a incidency matrix of a graph. Let G be a ray simple graph with n vertices and q edges and q edges. Then the incidency matrix of this graph is of order n cross q. Here each row represents a vertex and each column represents an edge. Thus the ijth entry of this graph is the number of times ej is incident on vertex vi. Vertex vi. That is, aij will be equal to 1 if ej is incident on vi. Then on vi equal to 0 otherwise. This is for a simple graph. In adjacency matrix, each row and column represents a vertex. Means the adjacency matrix is a square matrix. But in incidency matrix, the rows are represented by a vertices and the columns are represented by an edge. So the incidency matrix may or may not be a square matrix. And the entries in incidency matrix are nothing but aij equal to 1 if ej is an incident on a vertex vi and equal to 0 otherwise, and this is for only a simple graph. If suppose graph G is not a simple graph, if G is not a simple graph, that is, suppose there is a loop at vertex vi. Then the corresponding entry of the matrix is in the corresponding entry AI will be equal to 2. That is if EJ is that vertex Vi. This is for non-simple graph, that is a pseudo graph. In particular, we can write in general for any graph G. In particular, for any graph G, that is whether it is a simple graph, multigraph, or pseudo graph, Aij will be equal to 0 if vertex Vi is an end of is sorry equal to 0 if Vi is not an end of not an end of not an end of EJ equal to 1 if Vi is an end of non-loop is EJ and equal to 2 if Vi is a end of loop EJ. So G be any simple graph, then the entries of the matrix are nothing but Aij will be equal to 0 if vertex Vi is not an end of the edge Ej, equal to 1 if Vi is an end of the non-loop edge Ej, and equal to 2 if vertex Vi is an end of the loop Ej. Now take some examples. So these are the graph. Now we have to find out the incidence matrix for this graph. Let us find out first one. And we know that in incidence matrix, the rows of the matrix are represented by vertices, that is denoted by vertices, and the columns are represented by edges. So here vertices, there are 4 vertices, V1, V2, V3 and V4. These are the rows, and edges are nothing but E1, E2, E3, E4 and E5. And we know that in incidence matrix, the Aij entry will be equal to 0 if that particular vertex is not an end of that loop, and equal to 1 if that particular vertex is a end of that non-loop edge something ej, and equal to 2 if that particular vertex vi is an end of the loop ej. So here edge E1 is incident on vertices V1 and V2. That is, from there is an edge joining between V1 to V2, and this edge is a E1. So E1 is incident on vertices V1 and V2. Then the corresponding entries will be equal to 1, and all the remaining entries are 0. Edge E2 is incident on vertex V2 and V3. So the corresponding entries will be 1, and all the remaining entries are 0. Similarly, E3 is incident on V3 and V4. E4 is incident on vertex V1 to V1 and V4, and E5 is incident at V1 and V2. So this one is the incidence matrix for this graph G. Now, second one is, there are 3 vertices, there V1, V2 and V3, and 3 edges, V1, V2, V3. Now, edge E1 is incident on vertex V1 and V3. Edge E2 incident on V2, V3. And edge E3 incident on V1, V2. So this one is the incidence matrix for this graph. Now, here there are 6 vertices and 8 edges. Then there are 6 rows and 8 columns. V1, V2, V3, V4, V5 and V6. Edge E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, E6. Now, edge E1. So here there are 6 vertices and 8 edges. So there are 6 rows and 8 columns. Now, edge E1 is incident on vertex V4 and V6. Edge E2 is incident on same vertices. Edge E3 is incident on vertex V4 and V4 and V5. Edge E4 is incident on V1 and V5. Edge E5 incident on V2, V4. Edge E6 incident on V1, V2. E7, V2 and V5. And E8 incident on V2, V3. So this should be the incidence matrix corresponding to this graph. Now Now, here we have to draw a graph by taking incidency matrices. First one. So here we have to draw a graph for this corresponding incidency matrices. Let us see first one. As there are, this matrix contains, let us suppose this one is the matrix C. Matrix A contains 4 vertices, four rows and 5 columns. Then by definition of incidency matrix, there are 4 vertices and 5 edges. Let us take these rows as vertices V1, V2, V3 and V4, and columns are nothing but the edges. So here we get a graph which contains 4 vertices and 5 edges. Let us take V1, V2, V3 and V4 are the 4 vertices. Now, edge E1 is incident on vertex V1 and V2. So there is a line joining between these 2 vertices and which is a E1. Now, E2 is incident on vertex V1 and V4. So this one is a E2. E3 incident on V1 and V3. So this should be E3. E4 incident on V2 and V4. And E5 incident on vertex V3 and V4. So this one is the graph G. Now, in second, here there are 4 vertices and again 5 edges. V1, V2, V3 and V4. E1, E2, E3, E4, E5. So here we get 4 vertices V1, V2, V3, V4. Now, edge E1 incident on V3 and V4. So this one is the edge E1. E2 incident on V1, V2. E3 incident on V2, V4. E4 incident on V2, V3. And if I incident on vertex V1 as entry is 2, then there is a loop at vertex V1. This one is the vertex V1 and this one is the edge E1. So this is the graph of this incidency matrix. Now in this graph there are 4 vertices and 4 edges, then this should be the 4 cross 4 matrix. Now edge E1 is incident on vertex V1 and V2. Edge E2 incident on V2 V4. Edge E3 incident on V3 V4. And edge E4 incident on V1 V3. Sorry. Then there is a loop there. So this one is the corresponding graph of the G. Now there is one important node the degree of Vi vertex is equal to the sum of entries in ith row or ith column. This result is for a adjacency matrix. In adjacency matrix, the degree of Vi vertex is nothing but the sum of the entries in the ith row or the ith column. Let us see one example. Suppose this one is the graph G. Its corresponding adjacency matrix is 4 cross 4, whose rows and columns are represented by vertices. And V1 here is V1, V2, V3, and V4. V1, V2, V3, V4. Now there is no edge joining between V1 to V1. The corresponding entry is 0. V1 to V2 1, V1 to V3 1, V1 to V4 1, V1 to V2 to V1 1, V2 to V2 0, V2 to V3 1, V2 to V4 0, V3 to V1 1, V2 to V1 1, V3 to 1, and V4 to V1 1, 0 1 0. This one is the corresponding adjacency matrix. Now from this node we see that the degree of Vi vertex is equal to the sum of the entries in ith row or ith column. Now let us see, we have to find out the degree of vertex V4. Then by this node, degree of V4 is nothing but sum of entries in ith row or ith column. V4 1 plus 1 2. which is equal to 2, and in row 1 plus 1 2. So and degree of V4 will be, degree of V4 is nothing but the number of edges incident on that particular vertex V4. So degree of V4 will be equal to 2, and which is nothing but the sum of edges in ith row or ith column. Similarly, if we have to find out the degree of vertex V1, then the sum of entries in ith row or ith column, which is equal to 3, and degree of V1 is 3, since there are 3 edges incident on vertex V1. Thank you for watching the lecture.